Oh, you finally made it! I almost thought you'd never come. Look at you, covered in dirt. Did you stumble all the way here through the old mines?
I don't have to answer that. Anyway, you're not going to believe what just happened to me.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You gotta tell me every single detail when we have the time.
They sure have big doors around here.
It looks like they really wanted to make sure there was no trespassing.
Did you actually rappel down?
Of course, how else?
Wow. Congratulations. I think you found your ritual site. I was abducted, imprisoned, and scrutinized by a mad scientist, among other things.
You must have bumped your head too hard.
No, for real. There is an old sanitarium down this valley.
I thought no one's lived there in ages.
There's at least one so-called scientist. He conducted a wide range of crazy tests on me.
Tests?
Yes, he had me talk about colors and answer personal questions.
Tenhauser, are you sure you haven't suffered some sort of brain damage?
How do I know? I found your camp outside.
Yes, I waited for you. But since it took you so long, I couldn't resist going ahead. Enough talk. Let's find a way to open this monstrous gate. We need to get that door open.
I've been thinking, what if it wasn't meant to keep someone out, but to keep something in?
Let's find out.
What's that over there?
You're not gonna believe this. These are Germanic runes, my special field of interest. This one roughly translates to Be gone, stranger, for all you may find here is certain death.
Look, this seems to have activated one of the lights on the vault door. You see that afterglow?
Could you point the light in this direction?
Ah, interesting. This looks like a Latin inscription. Hang on to your head. Interpreted freely, this translates to Path of No Return. Hogwash, you Romans.
Interesting. Maybe these inscriptions are somehow connected to the opening mechanism. Some sort of photonic reception, perhaps.
What's that over there?
Just a crack in the wall.
Any ideas?
What's that over there?
Interesting. Are you thinking what I am thinking?
Is this a graffito?
Down here. In any case, it's hard to decipher.
Are you seeing that hexagon there as well?
No idea. You've got the door open already?
Did you notice that other little light turning on?
What's that over there?
Only a flock of bats. Or is it a swarm? A herd? A gaggle?
Please light up these symbols.
Wow, these look like Neolithic cave paintings. Who would have guessed? A group of stickmen fallen asleep around some sort of hexagon. Tannhauser, this is sensational.
Fallen asleep?
There, another light. Please show me the Latin inscriptions again. Now there are 5 lights. What does it mean? Maybe this is some kind of activation device. And again.
Can I get a light here?
No, nothing.
Could you point the light in this direction?
Just a shadow.
I don't get it. Open sesame!
What do you make of this?
Weird. Tannhauser, these are ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. What are they doing here? I'm afraid I don't know too much about them. This pictogram on the left could mean door or gateway. It's followed by the symbol of death. Doesn't that spark your curiosity as well?
Exciting. These must be the thrills they advertised. Beverly, for a moment I thought I was a goner. Now that I've been able to escape this compromising situation, Gretchen and I are standing in front of a gigantic steel gate. I'll get back to you with more details.
And again. Could you light up the cave paintings for me again? Please point the light to the hieroglyphs again. Please show me the Latin inscriptions again. Could you show me that ruin thing again? Can we take a look at the graffito again? Again, 5 lights.
This looks promising.
This cave has obviously been visited by explorers for millennia. Isn't it strange that all of them left warnings on the wall? And whoever built this gigantic vault wanted to make sure that only a human with the right set of knowledge could open it. Maybe long after its architects ceased to exist. I assume this is why they utilized all of these different writings. They literally left the code on the wall. In case of an emergency? Remarkable.
Yes!
Let me find the light switch first. What an enormous compound.
Let's take a look around. This is exciting. Did you see that pretty large particle accelerator? Wow.
All this modern hardware must have cost a fortune. We didn't even have anything remotely this size at my university. No idea what purpose they might serve.
I'd rather not come too close to this killing machine.
Something is wrong with the engine powering the solar system, as if the universe was out of balance. Something is wrong with the engine powering the solar system, as if the universe was out of balance. I stumbled upon an impressive model of our solar system, yet curiously, it displays our 9 planets in disorder, as if there was a disturbance in the interstellar balance. Much like an event known to the ancient Greeks as ekperosis, the catastrophic imbalance of the universe. Whether this is a foreshadowing of things to come, or the device is simply broken, I cannot say. To be honest, it's hard to say if it means anything at all.
I'd rather not come too close to this killing machine. It seems to be defective. An opening mechanism. Of course, the door is blocked.
Error. Memory overflow.
Hello? Anybody there?
Of course. Another locked door.
Error. Memory overflow.
"64 kilobytes of
Error.
main memory on
Memory
isolinear
overflow.
chips? Good lord. Gretchen, this is the future. Such a clutter in the back room.
Error. Memory overflow.
That would probably destroy everything.
Error. Memory overflow.
I brought back order to the universe.
Error. Memory overflow.
Could you please turn off that noise?
I brought back order to the universe.
Error. Memory overflow.
Of course, the door is blocked. Of course, the door is blocked.
Error. Memory overflow. Error. Memory overflow.
Seems you have a RAM module loose.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Please identify yourself.
My name is Tannhauser. Hans Tannhauser.
I do not recognize you, Hans.
Why does it matter?
I am only allowed to grant access to authorized personnel.
I can't see you. Who's talking there?
My name is Barbarossa 2000. I am the guardian of the station.
Can't you just open this door for me?
Not possible.
This isn't going anywhere, Tannhauser. We need brute force.
Who constructed you?
I was developed and built by Dr. von Strack and Dr. Römmler. I am property of the Millennium Cooperative.
What kind of station is this?
The station was built by the Millennium Cooperative. I may only give this information to authorized individuals.
How long have you been here?
16 years, 304 days, and 9 hours.
How do I become authorized?
Not possible. I cannot authorize you, since I do not know you.
Aren't you feeling lonely? All on your own down here?
I am patient by nature. My developers assured me the station was only temporarily shut down.
You are a very loyal computer, Barbarossa.
Dr. Remler promised me we would start working again very soon. Dr. Remler is my friend. Why would he lie to me?
Maybe he didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Your point is illogical. If what you said was true, how could I rely on statements made by humans?
Yes, it is perfectly logical.
Overheating in segment B23 imminent.
It's smoking.
That hit the spot.
Any chance you might consider letting me through?
I am very sorry. I can only grant access to authorized personnel. You may wait here if you wish. I would most certainly enjoy your company, yet I may only allow passage to subjects of acquaintance.
That's what I get for helping you?
I am sorry. I may only grant access to authorized personnel.
Any chance you might consider letting me through?
I am very sorry. I can only grant access to authorized personnel. You may wait here if you wish. I would most certainly enjoy your company, yet I may only allow passage to subjects of acquaintance.
But you do know me.
Yes, you are Hans.
Imagine the possibility of Dr. Romler never coming back, and I'd be your only friend.
Are you my friend, Hans?
I am your friend, Barbarossa.
You make me happy.
You two are adorable. Get a room.
Now that you know me, would you please let me through?
But if I let you pass, I will be alone again. Will you come back and pay me a visit?
Scout's honor.
Access granted.
It's the Saturn portal. You have no idea, do you?
What do you mean?
Quantum physicist, ridiculous.
Is that a gun?
Get off of that, boy.
I can see no reason for violence here.
Hey. Is that really necessary?
You too, Bambi. Move over there.
Are you serious? After everything we've been through?
You're not gonna stand in my way. You've had your chance, Tannhauser, but you had to follow me around like a puppy dog. Now that's what you get.
But it was you that had the idea to come here.
Shut your pie hole.
Please, you don't understand. I need help.
What kind of a dork are you? A bunch of hapless maggots, that's what you are. Standing in front of the Saturn portal without any clue. You're staying here, chumps. You may as well bid farewell to this stupid clunker while you're at it. It's been getting on my nerves from the beginning.
No.
Bye-bye.
Some people are scoundrels, others are not. Yes, that's how it is.
I still can't believe Gretchen would play such a wicked game on me.
Now, this is not what I wanted either.
Who are you? And what are you doing here anyway? Hey, that was you, last night in my room.
Calm down, please. You must have a lot of questions.
You bet I do.
But first, we should try to get out of this predicament.
I assume you have a plan on how to open the door. You seem to know what you're doing. She called it a Saturn portal. What was she talking about?
It's a metaphor. Actually, it's just an ordinary quantum portal. You can travel to different realities, distant stars, and galaxies. That is where I come from.
Who are you anyway?
My name is Lazarus Taft, and I hope you'll excuse my late introduction. I'm a traveler, if you will.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Taft. Tannhauser. Let's talk about stealing my notes.
Yes, that was me. Believe me, I wouldn't have needed to if everything had gone according to my plan. I wanted to ask for your help, but then she surprised me. I know taking your journal wasn't right, and I'm sorry about it. I would have returned it, I promise.
What was it you wanted from my journal? They're really just notes, and a few doodles.
I needed it to tune into the right quantum frequency. See, I'm just an ordinary traveler. I know next to nothing about quantum mechanics. At least not enough to control this portal.
You're talking crazy talk.
This is not the best time to go into too much detail.
And where are you from? From the other side?
See, and I know that's kind of a lot of information, but I've been stranded here for some time now. I desperately need to leave, get back home. Please don't get me wrong, I really like it here, but I need to go. If I don't, I will die, simple as that. As you probably suspected, you winning that lottery was part of my arrangement, to get you here.
Please, go on.
The problem is that you can't control the portal unless you have the right piece of technology. At home we have a device called a quantum discriminator. You can buy it at any convenience store, but I certainly don't know how to build one myself. This is why I needed your formula, your calculations, to tune in. There are dangers, though. You can disintegrate the whole planet if you aren't careful, which is what she's doing right now.
Enough talk. Let's move.
This is getting boring.
We are all puppets on a string, Mr. Tenhauser. You are nothing but a pawn in my new narrative.
Did we seriously just step out of a phone booth?
We did. Wait, there is another way?
I don't have to answer that. What's it like on the other side?
Different. Hard to describe.
Just try. How does it feel? The transition, I mean.
Hans, we have no time for that right now.
Okay, maybe later then.
Listen. I came to you because I see something in you. You are different. Please help me to get home. And help your people by stopping that woman. I don't think she knows of the dangers she's going to unleash. Your world is going to collapse. Everything will collapse. Just look, we need to stop her.
But how? She's insane.
We need to come up with a quantum discriminator somehow.
I don't want to be here at all.
Yet here you are. Sorry, I need to take a short rest.
We could go to my room.
That would actually be awesome. If that's cool with you.
Follow me. Okay, I went over your plans, and I think I get the idea. It's pretty mind-boggling, but it could work. We need to improvise here and there.
I found some scrap metal to roughly model a frame for the device.
Let's get it started then.
I'm afraid there are a few integral components that need to be swapped in, though.
Okay, what are we looking for?
First, we need a source of energy. A very strong source. Second, a particle accelerator. That's going to be a tough nut to crack. Third, a potent coolant. The whole thing could blow up otherwise. Number 4, last but not least, an interface to control the device. Any kind of peripheral will do.
Okay, how do we begin?
The order doesn't really matter. I'll go to the village. Maybe I can find some substitutes for the missing parts.
Good, just bring them over. I'm sure I can patch them together somehow.
Let's do this.
Thank you, Hans. I'd already be dead if it wasn't for you.
Oh, you. It wasn't that bad.
You are awesome. I just wanted you to know that I'm eternally grateful to have met you. All things considered, dying may not be as bad as I always thought it might be.
Don't you say that.
Even if I don't make it, you need to stop her. Promise?
I'm beginning my search right now. Truda?
So, Professor, did you take a look-see around the area?
You could definitely say so.
I would like to ask you something.
Oh yes, of course.
Does the name Lazarus Taft ring a bell with you?
Haft. Oh yes, indeed. Doppelkopf player. If you ask me, he's a sham. Ripped my guests off to the last penny. Shady type. You better not get involved with him.
Oh, I think I already... well... never mind. I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tannhauser.
Mr. Tannhauser? Step right up.
Hello. How do you know my name?
It's a small town. Penelope Hades. My sister and I run the boat rental over at the lake.
So, are there any prizes?
Our first prize is an all-day boat ride on the Truberbook.
How much for a ticket?
One ticket, 50 pfennigs. But I'm afraid all tickets have been sold.
Bummer.
I'm sorry.
I'll be leaving then. The mere thought of cotton candy makes me shiver. The real thing is just gross. Out of competition. It's a shooting gallery for kids.
Patience, just a moment, pal.
Baron,
Mr. Tannhauser, good to see you.
the pleasure is all mine. How is Claus doing?
He's resting. My loyal Claus.
Have you ever heard the name Lazarus Tuft?
Taft. Yes, a real good for nothing. It's not that I don't like strangers, especially if they come as tourists to my beautiful Truberbook, but I was suspicious of this Mr. Taft right from the beginning. If you ask me, you better not mingle with him.
Oh, I think I already... well... Are you enjoying the festivities?
Yes, take a look around. All these lights, the beautiful music. This is my Truberbrook, in all its splendor and glory.
I need to be on my way.
Until next time, Mr. Tannhauser.
A cone of roasted almonds. 10 pfennigs. I'll have a cone of roasted almonds, please.
A cone of roasted almonds right away. There you are, sir.
Step right up! Step right up! Wanna put your bronze to the test?
Bronze?
Right, all right. That was, not so bad. Just between the two of us. You could use a little dose of vitamins, don't you think? Always remember, a healthy body equals a healthy mind.
A leaden trophy. Like a trophy made out of lead. This bucket seems to have been hung here for purely decorative reasons. He's wearing a violin neck for a peg leg.
Arr, beautiful here, ain't it?
Very. What's a sailorman doing out here in the sticks?
Well, I don't like water that much. I'm just so happy to be here with both of my feet on dry land.
But aren't those stereotypical sailor's clothes you were wearing?
So?
What happened to your leg?
Well, that happened on my second job at the piano transportation company. I don't really want to go into details, but thanks to the mercy of a rueful instrument manufacturer, I got me this nice new leg. And due to a timely taken disability insurance, I now may enjoy a quite decent invalidity pension. Far away from the stormy sea.
That's a nice story. Or is it a sad story? I can't decide. So you have a fear of water?
Aye. Thalassophobia. It all started when I was a little boy, back home, on a sweet summer's day. I was swimming in the lake when my Uncle Ulf suddenly cannonballed in. I will always remember these two massive cheeks rapidly closing in. To be honest, it's still haunting me today. I nearly drowned back then. Later I realized that was the day I developed this terrible, terrible fear of everything deeper than a puddle.
If I may ask, why did you become a sailorman if you're so scared of water?
I asked this myself many times. Well, my mother insisted that it would be best for me to face my fears. So naturally, I became a sailorman.
This is so confusing.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
I think I'm needed elsewhere.
Take care!
Hansen's ice cream. I used to love it when I was little. Locked. A hiking map of the region. The upper section has been torn off. Truberbrook, county of Brokenlanda, 1 kilometer, or 0.621371 miles. Hades, paddleboat rental, souvenirs, fishing supplies. Paddleboat rental, 1 hour, 1 Deutschmark. A beautiful, healthy tree. Acersoidu platanus, the sycamore maple. The streetlight is flickering unsteadily. Typical case of light pollution.
The next city is like 1,000 miles away. The nation split in two. A swarm of fireflies is gathering around the broken streetlight. Maybe they think it's their god. I wonder what it's like to be a firefly. The antenna provides TV reception for the guest house. I have to insert a coin first. A meteor crashed down on the other side of the lake. I'm not going to use this thing again. I've already made an entry on this. The platform further uptown presents a wonderful view of the valley. Leaning on this rusty rail, nose to the wind, I can let my gaze wander freely to the other shore and across the mountains. You can see all over the valley. From this distance, I can only imagine what's on the other shore. Locked. I'm not going to use this thing again. Locked. Hi, Lainey. What's cracking?
They are showing the Great Twilight Area Celebration Marathon today. 12 hours of bliss in a row.
They're having the ever so riveting town fair outside. Wouldn't you like to go out to the real world once in a while?
The real world is in there, can't you see?
why don't you take a small breath of fresh air?
I'll think about it. But for now, I need to keep on watching.
There's a brown tube inside. I could use it for the quantum discriminator. The kid will be traumatized for her entire life if I just disassemble her only friend. I don't think I can do this. I don't want to take this with me. If anywhere, it belongs in the trash. She's back in her parallel universe. A brand new episode of Twilight Area. She's back in her parallel universe. This leads to the rooms. How are you holding up?
Don't worry about it.
You don't look so good. Sorry I said that.
No, it's cool, really. I get that a lot.
About the quantum discriminator.
Yes?
I totally lost track. What was it I was looking for again?
Take a look at these plans, will you? We need a power source as strong as possible. If this was my dimension, I'd recommend using one of those handy 90,000 volt batteries. I'm afraid that's not an option.
Whew. That's a lot of juice we're needing.
We do need a particle accelerator as well. Has to be small enough to fit in there.
A brown tube, maybe? From a TV set?
Could work.
I just had an idea.
An interface to control the device. Get creative on that. A keyboard, buttons, any kind of interface.
I understand.
And a really potent coolant. It's going to burst if we can't keep the temperature low.
What do you have in mind?
Water won't do. Think of something.
Okay, I'll be back soon. A small collection of hydrinos. A couple of self-sealing stem bolts. An ectoplasm interference oscillator. A hyperlogic coupler. A cosmic slipstream capacitator. Gasoline powder. Interphasic coil spanner. Quantum flux regulator. ODN recoupler. Scissors. That's the toolbox I've borrowed from Truda. An empty jar. What's that gooey stuff? Is that your blood?
Oh, my body is disintegrating.
What do you mean?
It is the effect one has to bear when staying in another dimension for too long.
Does it hurt?
Yes.
It's the orgone collector. They're having a blast out there.
She's back in her parallel universe.
There's something funny about that clock.
There's a brown tube inside. I could use it for the quantum discriminator. The kid will be traumatized for her entire life if I just disassemble her only friend. I don't think I can do this. I wanted to return your fishing rod.
Good! Did you get a bite?
Kind of.
There is a lot going on in this lake, I can tell you, Professor. Just the other day, I caught a red herring this big. So, let me take a look for your pawned item. Ah, there you are. Here's your whistle.
Whistle?
Well, yes, your whistle.
This is not my whistle.
Not your whistle? Of course this is your whistle, your whistle.
I'm sure I'd recognize this whistle if it were my whistle. I left you something completely different.
Right. What was it then?
My massage rod.
Your what? I don't have no massage rod in here. As I said, here is your whistle, Mr. Tannhauser.
Thanks. Truda?
Hello, Professor.
You may call off the police.
How come?
It was a simple misunderstanding.
But the inspector is already on his way.
Then just call him off in person if he's early.
As you wish.
I would like to ask you something.
Oh yes, of course.
Never mind. Would you mind looking for my real deposit?
Come again.
My massage rod.
Your what?
Never mind. I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tannhauser.
It's the window to my room. Hansen's ice cream. I used to love it when I was little. I wonder what that is. Locked.
Step right up! Step right up! Mister, wanna test your strength again?
Is there a prize to be won?
Course. The winner of the night gets a trophy.
Oh, okay. Consider me sold.
Right. That was, not so bad. Just between the two of us. You could use a little dose of vitamins, don't you think? Always remember, a healthy body equals a healthy mind.
The mere thought of cotton candy makes me shiver. The real thing is just gross.
Every ticket's a winner. No blanks, guaranteed.
So, are there any prizes?
Our first prize is an all-day boat ride on the Truberbook.
I'll be leaving then.
Now where would this lead to? Locked.
She's back in her parallel universe. Truda?
Hello, Professor.
I would like to ask you something.
Oh yes, of course.
Never mind. I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser.
How are you holding up?
Don't worry about it.
So you really are from another dimension, right?
I was fleeing. I just stepped through the portal and crashed here.
Are there more of your kind?
Here? No. Scattered across manifold dimensions? Probably. But there are certainly beings from other dimensions right around us. Right now. The cat, if you ask me.
Fleeing?
There were bad things happening back home. And as soon as I stumbled out of the portal, those really wicked scientists got hold of me. They sure love their tests. You really don't want to mess with them.
What were you fleeing from? In your dimension, I mean.
Someone blew up our planet. I would rather not talk about it.
I think I met them too.
I escaped, went undercover, and since then tried to find a solution to finally get home. Which is where you come into play.
This is so incredible. All my calculations, all my predictions. It's going to take years of studies to understand. I always thought parallel universes and different realities were a predictable possibility. But this, I don't even know where to begin.
Don't worry, you know it in theory.
How did you escape?
Through the door, when they weren't watching.
How did you manage to hide all this time?
I made a small fortune playing a card game they fancy here. Doppelkopf.
With nines or without?
Look at that. Some say this, others say that. That's not really what it's all about, though.
The old trumps.
I had never given the concept of money much of a thought before. I believed it was a rather crazy idea. But I certainly do know how to play. With that money, I went into hiding. Slowly disintegrating, trying to find a way back home.
Really? That's it? End of story? All that jazz? The money? The need to get back home? And you just went into hiding?
Sort of.
How are you holding up?
Don't worry about it.
Can I ask you something personal?
Yes?
Catch caution or not?
Look at that. Without, of course. That's not really what it's all about, though.
Cool. How are you holding up?
Don't worry.
So when you were talking about the outlines of reality,
Well, you can imagine it as a rift, a junction in space-time. Your mind enters a stage of near transcendence. There are no thoughts, no words, no sounds or visions, no sense of self. And suddenly, bam, you see a myriad of possibilities exploding right in front of you.
can you elaborate?
I'm not an expert, but, well, I think it's coming from the neural network making up your consciousness. It temporarily disintegrates during the experience and then suddenly reintegrates. The real world, its outlines become somewhat twisted, warped. You may feel some sort of tranquility. Now that I think of it, yes, there's a certain peaceful quality to it. And a deep realization of cosmic quality when you see yourself reflected in the universe. It is an extraordinarily distinctive sensation. You have to try it sometime.
Like, say, an insubstantial, incorporeal blackness? Somewhat energetic? Astronomical? The void?
Exactly. How do you know that?
I think I've seen it. Please, go on.
See, you humans define yourself as some kind of entity that exists inside this corporeal shell. Kind of a consciousness that is somewhat attached to this bodily mass. Where it stems from and why it's there in the first place is totally abstract to you, right? And these two eyes of yours, they define the center of your cosmos, of your perception. Yet there is so much more. You humans need to understand that there's more to the perception of the universe. It's all there. You are just incapable of seeing it. Distant stars and galaxies, sea beams, the Big Bang. All these things you're missing out on. In order to gain a higher understanding of things, the fabric of the universe, to understand the very meaning of your existence, you need to overcome that self-centered view. You have to see the whole picture. Hans, if I could just open your eyes.
You make it sound as if everything we did was wrong.
Let me put it this way. You have not experienced common people until you have heard it in the original by William Shatner.
Can I ask you something personal?
Yes?
What were you fleeing from? In your dimension, I mean.
Someone blew up our planet. I would rather not talk about it.
Never mind.
This is the frame for our quantum discriminator. It's almost finished. We just need, still missing an energy source. Also, this is the frame for it's almost finished. We just need to attach a few more components. Still missing an energy source. We also need a coolant. Also, an interface. And last but not least, a particle accelerator.
I don't even know where to begin.
Don't worry, you know it in theory. Now, the quantum discriminator emits a coherent Tetrian beam into the portal.
Projecting a metaphasing trajectory matrix.
Precisely. Then the projected tachyon pulses allow us to modulate the frequency in such a fashion that
the portal synchronizes with the exact temporal quantum coordinates. A rift in space-time.
Exactly.
This is sensational.
I thought you'd like it.
It's the orgone collector.
That's a prototype of the Valentine. A gift from a friend.
Truda?
Hello, Professor.
I would like to ask you something.
Oh yes, of course.
Never mind. I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser.
A brand new episode of Twilight Area. Now where would this lead to? Locked.
She's back in her parallel universe. She's back in a trance.
ticket's a winner.
How much for a ticket?
1 ticket, 50 pfennigs. But I'm afraid all tickets have been sold.
Bummer.
I'm...
I'll be leaving. Out of competition. It's a shooting gallery for kids.
I just need a moment to reach operational temperature.
Baron?
Mr. Tannhauser, good to see you.
The pleasure is all mine. I need to be on my way.
Until next time, Mr. Tannhauser.
I think I have enough. A leaden trophy. Like a trophy made out of lead.
Arr.
I think I'm needed.
Take.
This bucket seems to have been hung here for purely decorative reasons. I think I have enough.
Patience, just a moment, pal.
The mere thought of cotton candy makes me shiver. The real thing is just gross. Their collective weight is almost breaking the antenna. The antenna provides TV reception for the guest house. She's back in her parallel universe. There's a brown tube inside. I could use it for the quantum discriminator. The kid will be traumatized for her entire life if I just disassemble her only friend. I don't think I can do this. They're having a blast out there. I don't even know where to begin.
Don't worry. Now, the quantum discriminator emits a coherent
projecting.
Then
that the a rip. This is. Truda?
Hello, Professor.
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself...
Their collective weight is almost breaking the antenna.
Every ticket's a winner!
I'll be leaving then. Out of competition. It's a shooting gallery for... Baron?
Mr. Tannhauser, good to see you.
The pleasure is all mine. I need to be on my way.
Until now.
I think I have... Their collective weight is almost breaking the antenna.
The antenna provides TV reception for the guest house. I wonder what that is.
If I return to the portal empty-handed, no, not an option. I still cannot believe it. I noticed a marking on one of the rocks, a hexagon. It's the logo of the Millennium Cooperative.
You can see all over the valley. From this distance, I can only imagine what's on the other shore.
Beverly, I have made an astounding discovery. As it turns out, the town's only phone booth leads to some sort of secret passageway. It leads right into the Millennium Cooperative's control center. I still cannot believe it. If I return to the portal empty-handed, no, not. Their collective weight is almost breaking the antenna. Over here, little birdies. Whoops. I must have overfed them. That's a ticket for the raffle. This must be my lucky day.
Step right up! Every ticket's a winner, no blanks, guaranteed! Our first prize is an all-day boat ride on the Truberbook.
See? I found a ticket.
Now look at that, you're a lucky fella. Now let's see what fortune has in store for you. Are you ready? This is your prize, a can of cat food, generously provided by the Truberbrook Advertisers Association.
Oh my. Thanks, I guess.
Well, enjoy!
Hey, get lost, you wet blankets!
There's a brown tube inside. I could use it for the quantum discriminator. I can't open it without the right tool. Locked. How are you holding up?
Don't worry about it.
About the quantum discriminator.
Yes?
I totally lost track. What was it I was looking for again?
Take a look at these plans, will you? We need a power source as strong as possible. If this was my dimension, I'd recommend using one of those handy 90,000 volt batteries. I'm afraid that's not an option.
Whew. That's a lot of juice we're needing.
We do need a particle accelerator as well. Has to be small enough to fit in there.
A brown tube, maybe? From a TV set?
Could work.
I just had an idea.
An interface to control the device. Get creative on that. A keyboard, buttons, any kind of interface.
I understand.
And a really potent coolant. It's going to burst if we can't keep the temperature low.
What do you have in mind?
Water won't do. Think of something.
Okay, I'll be back soon.
That's the toolbox I've borrowed from Truda. I don't even know where to begin.
Don't now.
Project
Then
that the a rift X. This is since Truda?
Hello, Professor.
I would like to ask you something.
Oh yes, of course.
Does the name
Haft. Doppelkopf player. If you ask me, he shady type. You better not get involved.
Oh. Ah. I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser.
There's a brown tube inside. I could use it for the quantum discriminator. I can't open it without the right tool.
Baron?
Mr. Tannhauser.
The pleasure is all mine. I saw you at the raffle, right? Did you win anything?
I won a pair of hiking boots. Take a look at me. How am I supposed to wander anywhere? You, on the other hand, Mr. Tannhauser, you look like the type to be struck by wanderlust once in a while. Oh, auf dem gelben Wagen sitz ich beim Schwager vorn. Ja, so war das. What about you? Did you have any luck with your ticket?
I won this.
Excuse me, is that cat food by any chance? I am asking on behalf of Klaus. He loves cat food. Would you mind making a trade?
What do you have in mind?
You leave this delicious can of cat food to Klaus and me, and in return, I give you this new pair of hiking boots size 13. What do you think?
Sounds like a perfect deal. So let's make it so.
It will be to your benefit.
I think I have enough.
I just need a moment to reach operational temperature.
Step right up! Step right up! Mister, wanna test your strength again?
Is there a prize to be won?
Course. The winner of the night gets a trophy.
Oh, okay. Consider me sold.
Right. That was, not so bad. Just between the two of us. You could use a little dose of vitamins, don't you think? Always remember, a healthy body equals a healthy mind.
I think I haven't. I saw you at the... Did you win?
Arr, just this voucher for a boat trip. Man, I hate water. You?
A pair of hiking boots, but they are too large for me. About the raffle, did you win?
Arr, just this voucher for a boat trip. Man, I hate water. You?
A pair of hiking boots, but they are too large for me. What happened to your...
Well, that happened on my second job at the piano. I don't really want to. Thanks, and you. And now, fuck.
That's a nice story. I think I'm needed elsewhere.
Patience, just a moment, pal. I just need a moment to reach operational temperature. Patience, just a moment, pal. I just need a moment to reach operational temperature.
The mere thought...
Every ticket...
So, are there...
Our first prize is an all-day boat ride on the...
I'll be leaving then.
Patience, just a moment, pal.
No thanks. What would I do with that?
Step right up! Step right, mister!
Why not?
Right, all right. That was, not so bad. Just between the two of us. You could use a little dose of vitamins, don't you think? Always remember, a healthy body equals a healthy mind.
Baron,
Mr. Tannhaus.
the pleasure is all mine. Are you enjoying the festivities?
Yes, take a look around. All these this is...
I need to be on...
Until next.
Nice evening for a walk, isn't it?
Eerie.
There's something in the air. Can you smell it? Spruces.
Spruces, firs, pines. I was always bad at telling conifers apart.
Where spruces prickle, firs just tickle.
Fir? That's Tanne in German. Just like my name. Never thought about it.
Why? What's your name?
Tannhauser.
We'd pronounce it Tannhäuser with an umlaut. German roots?
Yes, my grandpa.
These things on the ground, we call them fir cones.
What do you mean, actually?
Well, fir cones come to pieces when they fall off the trees. Spruce cones stay intact. Some things, you have to see them. You're from around these parts?
No, just visiting. Getting accustomed to it, I guess.
Me neither. I come here for the beautiful view.
Beverly, it is widely known that Corvidae are quite sociable and intelligent beings. I recently became acquainted with no less than a swarm of these impressive singing birds. Sometimes, I wish I could be like them. If I could just fly south with them. I wonder if they would accept me as one of their own. I call, they come. Neat. I don't even know where to go. I don't even know where to go. Locked. There's a brown tube inside. I could use it for the quantum discriminator. I can't open it without the right tool. Truda?
Hello, Professor.
Would you mind looking for my real deposit?
Come again?
My massage rod.
Your what?
Never mind. I would like to...
Oh yes, of course.
I'll be leaving.
Make yourself at...
Locked. A dim oil painting showing a couple of withering roses in a vase. Some of the varnish is starting to come off. How poetic.
I've already made an entry on this.
Notice. Modern cuisine. A lump of minced meat in the shape of a hedgehog garnished with spike-resembling breadsticks. Toast Hawaii. Cheese skewers.
Looks a bit shabby. How are you holding up?
Don't worry about it.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
How are you holding?
Don't worry.
About the
Yes?
I totally lost track.
Take a look at... We need a power source. If this was... I'm afraid that... We do need a particle... It has to be...
A brown tube, mate.
Could work.
I just had an idea.
An interface to control... A keyboard button.
I understand.
And a really...
What do you have in mind?
Water won't do. Think of something.
Okay. I'm not going to use this thing again. A meteor crashed down on the other side. Smoke?
No thanks, I quit.
The climate makes me feel a lot better, that's for sure. So what are you doing up here, all on your own? Fed up with all the hurly-burly down there?
I just like traveling. Always on the road, hiking and all that.
I saw you down there at the raffle.
Yes, I tried my luck.
Did you win?
Just a snuff box. Such a letdown. I've sworn off the devil's dealings. You?
I'm in possession of a pair of hiking boots.
Would you trade with me by chance? Your hiking boots in exchange for my snuff tobacco.
Fair enough.
Oh, thank you. How nice. And they're a perfect fit too.
What about the locals? Do you know them?
Most of them. I'm actually visiting this place every year. Why?
You know a man called Lazarus Tuft?
Yes, I do. Fascinating man. He absolutely crushed me at Doppelkopf once. No one knows for sure where he came from and what he's doing here. Legend says he bought the old mansion in the woods off of his Doppelkopf millions. He rarely ever visits town. Hardly surprising the way folks keep talking around here. Anyway, let them talk. That's my position.
So you're taking a break?
Oh, I lost my hiking boots. They just slipped over the railing. And now they're gone. If you ask me, we are really all in the same vast backyard. All this madness. Looking for some kind of meaning. Anything at all.
Sounds a bit like you're going through a life crisis.
Oh no. Quite the opposite is true. I gained insight. That's what I did. Insight. Exactly. That's it.
I've got to go.
Okay. Have a nice evening. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
Finally I can make off again. I can hear the call of the wild. Farewell.
Farewell.
I just need a moment.
About the raffle, did you win?
Arr, Just this voucher for a boat trip. Man, I hate water. You?
I won this.
Is that snuff tobacco? Oh man, I love snuff tobacco. Would you like to make a deal?
What do you have in mind?
Would you like to have the voucher in exchange? You know, the one for the boat trip on that lovely lake. That's what I got at the raffle tonight.
That's from the local boat rental.
Yes. Do you want it?
Okay, let's make it so.
All right. Deal.
Patience, just a moment.
Every ticket's a winner. Nope.
So, are there any prizes?
Our first prize.
I'll be leaving then. I think I have enough.
Hey, sweetheart.
Good evening. I won this voucher in the raffle.
I know.
How can you know?
Yeah, my sister told me. She's hosting the raffle booth tonight.
Who would have thought?
Hey, sweetheart.
Good evening. How much for the swimming animals?
Oh, just pick one. The season is over, and I have a gut feeling dinosaurs will be out of fashion next year anyway. My bet is on...
Extraterrestrials.
Maybe, yeah. Hmm?
How much for the swimming animals?
Oh, just pick one. The season is over.
How much for the swim?
Oh, just pick. The season is over, and I have a gut feeling dinosaurs will be out of fashion next year anyway.
I'll be leaving then. It doesn't look all too seaworthy. There's a leak in the bow, and the paddle wheel seems to be missing. A swimming animal in the shape of the flying dinosaur, Pteranodon.
Hey, sweetheart.
Good evening. About the paddle boat over there? It doesn't seem particularly seaworthy.
Why? What's wrong with it?
I think it has a leak. The paddle wheel isn't in good condition either, if you ask me.
Oh my. You see, I'm afraid it's the last of its kind. Its friends are already lined up at the dry dock. Do you think you could help me fix it? I can't really leave my post right now.
I'll have a look at it.
It's much too cold to go for a swim right now. This should fix the leak.
Sorry about the pedal boat. You were really looking forward to this, right?
To be honest, yeah, I was.
I'm gonna write you a voucher for a whole weekend during the next season, okay?
But I don't even know if I'll ever return. I'll be leaving then.
It's much too cold to go.
Hey, sweetheart.
Good evening. I'll be leaving then.
Locked.
I think I'm needed.
Take.
I think I have enough.
I just need a moment to...
Out of competition. It's a shoot. Out of competition. It's a shooting gallery for kids. The mere thought of cotton candy makes me... Truda?
Hello, Professor.
I would like to ask you something.
Oh, yes, of course.
Ah, no. I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home.
There's a brown tube inside. I can't open it without the right tool. Locked.
I don't even know where to begin.
Don't worry. Now.
Project...
Then
This is...